Good guys, ready to go? 3, 2, 1, live.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Ashland High School Boys Lacrosse here on WACA, your exclusive home for Ashland High School sports. Tonight's MIAA matchup features the Dedham Marauders and your Ashland Clockers. Along with Peter Clay, I'm Josh Abrams, and Clockers entered tonight at 1-3. Their lone win a week ago here against Norwood, 8-5. But their opponent tonight, the Dedham Marauders, are in worse shape. They're 0-3 and getting outscored by an average of 15-5. Clockers have 2 seniors, Jake Linehan and Captain Liam Fitzsimons, and 9 juniors, so certainly some growing pains for Ashland, Pete.
I would have to agree with you. We've seen this kind of coming down the pike up for a while. It's looking like one of the seniors isn't even here tonight. He might be out with an injury, I'm guessing, because he's usually pretty reliable. So I think that's the Jake Linehan's out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, it's a balmy 52 degrees here at game time, and compared to the last couple days, 52 is definitely balmy. So sit back and enjoy Ashland Dedham Boys Lacrosse here on WACA. Okay, the players are finishing up their pregame routine here with the refs. Everybody getting checked out, right, Pete?
That's what it's looking like. They're going to line everybody up. It looks like Griffin Olveda is going to take the face-off today. And we've got a few changes up at attack. Interesting. So It's good.
Yeah, I see Dan Turner out there on the far wing.
Yeah, and Brady's out there too, Brady Ween, which is nice to see.
Mm-hmm.
He's a sophomore. He's worked real hard. And let's see how it goes. Here we go.
Okay, and we are underway. 12-minute halves, I believe, Pete, right? Halves or quarters?
It's playing quarters.
Okay, quarters it is. Okay, we'll be
got
sticking around here a little longer.
So, we got 4 quarters, and here we are. We got the ball in the zone. And we're working around Dan Turner. And number 10 is Will McDonald. That's right. He switched from playing long stick midi last year and a little bit of defense, and they gave him a shorty this year.
Well, between the position changes, and so you mentioned pregame, so many of these players changed numbers in the offseason.
Oh, they did. They got all new uniforms this year, and so they all decided to pick up different numbers, except for a few.
So a little bit of a challenge for us announcers. We'll do our best here for you, but we appreciate you tuning in here on WACA. Early going here. Ashland with an attempt.
That was Nick Boomer with a shot wide. So Nick was one of the starters last year, same with Bryce.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's good to see two of the starters back on attack.
Sure, I know Nick had a very successful football season back in the fall.
Oh, nice.
Here's trying to attempt there.
Yep.
Shunted aside. Ball is loose in front, battling.
Nick comes up with it.
Right on
Muscled in. There it is. Nice goal by Nick. He muscled that one in. He could own that all day. He's a big boy, and he's really good at getting his body in position. So hopefully we can continue that throughout the day.
Okay, so Clockers out to an early 1-0 lead. 10:55 to go in the first quarter.
And it looks like they're going to keep the same guys out there.
Well, I mean, it's been so little time so far.
Well, the D's not going to switch up much, but sometimes you're going to see the midfielders switch up quite a bit. So it's looking like we got Connor Martin on this side, very skilled player, and good to see him back, of course. He had a little bit of injury last year, but made it throughout most of the season. And we got the face-off with Griffin again.
Yeah, from the opening faceoff straight through the goal. The ball spent the entire time in the Ashland offensive end. But here the Marauders on the attack. Shot blocked aside. Nice save there.
Charlie Linehan came out and blocked that one out. They somehow got behind the defense. That wasn't a good start. So we'll see what happens here. They're just going to kind of keep this ball out of the air here.
Ben Atherton with tight defense on his numerical counterpart. Dedham resets at the top. Michael Doyle passing across to Henry Whitcomb. Ball continues to work counterclockwise around the net.
And that is Liam Fitzsimons, a strong senior, TVL All-Star last year. Good to see him back as his fourth and final season here. He's done a great job for this program and is pretty much what you would expect from a captain. So it's good stuff.
It looked like Cameron Terrell was trying to go in on for a strafing run, but his shot goes aside. Dedham maintains possession here as we continue to go here early in the first quarter.
And they're just working it around.
decided to switch things up. They're going to go clockwise around the net this time. It's all part of their strategy, right, Pete?
It's all strategy. So we can't let them stop dancing around here. So someone's got to come out and make a move on them. And Connor will probably pick off one of these in a second. He's watching it.
This just feels like, similar to like a four corners in basketball, right? Just keep moving around, waiting for the defense to break down. Look for that opening.
Yep, and it's going to come up shortly here. There it is. There's Connor on him. He's like, enough of this. And we got number 8. Who's that? That is Adam. Oh, Adam Warnitsky. He's a good, strong sophomore as well. He got some good playing time last year. So it's good to see him out there with a pole in his hand on D.
Okay, Dedham leading in time of possession so far today, but it's the Clockers leading where it counts on the scoreboard, 1-0, with 8:56 and counting to go in the first
Great
quarter.
save by Charlie.
Not a clean handle there by the defense.
No.
It ends up back with Charlie, and he'll start the Clocker attack on the far wing.
And that is
Like Colin Turner.
Colin Turner, yep, junior. His brother Daniel's playing midi as well. His brother Daniel is number 24, I believe, still. Unless he switched it up as well. But he's another senior. He's the other senior. So they got it in the zone in time.
Okay.
Switching out.
Yeah, Martin switched out, and it looks like Will McDonald back in. He has the ball now.
Yep.
Centering pass to Turner. Guess I'm going to have to use first names, Colin Turner.
Yep.
And sure, Dan Turner is number 24. That's not going to be confusing for us at all.
No, never. As long as he's number 24, we'll be good.
Okay, so now it's the Clockers' turn to weave the ball around the outside, looking for an opening.
Yeah, this is the kind of game we could see Griffin break it open too. Griffin just got to get one step down here, and he'll be good.
Okay.
So they're
Boomer,
working
the goal scorer, has it for a moment. Centering pass. Thought about the quick shot. Griffin Oliveto decides to pull it back instead to Brady Ween.
Oh, good job, Brady.
Brady working it around. It's behind the net
there's
now.
a move.
Centering pass. Quick shot.
Nice save by goalie.
Went through a lot of bodies to get there.
It did. That was a nice take. That was a good take.
So Tommy
good.
Byrne, the Dedham.
Oh, ball's down. There we go. Stay on him. There you go. Nice job. Nice stick check.
Good pressure by Boomer.
Come on, Nick. Keep your stick close. There you go. There it is. Someone help him out.
Nobody seemed to know where the ball was there for a moment.
It's
Now
a
we got
delay game,
whistle.
so it's a turnover. They had to get it over half. They weren't able to clear it, so
Okay.
it's an Ashland ball.
So good defensive pressure by Ashland forces a Dedham turnover, and now we are going to see some substitutions.
Yeah, they're just bringing out the attack, and Daniel Turner's in number 24 again, the senior.
Okay, we're live back behind the net. Bryce Pelletier back there to Boomer. Back up top now, Turner. Oliveto, we're all just trying to learn all these
There's a
names and
goal.
numbers. And
That's
Griffin
a great
Oliveto.
shot. Yep. I think he could do that all day. He's just got to take the shot.
Okay, so the Clockers up to a quick 2-0 lead. 6:48 to go here in the first quarter.
And it's a possession game. This game is all about possession. And when they can win the possession on the face-offs and keep it in their zone, it's usually a great day for the defense. They're always appreciative when they get to get a little bit of a break.
Sure, again, off the previous face-off, Dedham spent a good amount of time in the Ashland zone. A lot of passing, a lot of time of possession. They weren't able to convert. Eventually, Linehan, the goaltender.
And there's Griffin with another win.
Clockers quickly back on the attack, and Boomer just shoots short side wide.
And that will be a turnover. Goalie got to it first.
Good hustle.
So now he's got to protect the wings here.
A little bit of dangerous pass here, and it's going to lead to a turnover.
Yep.
As Connor Martin wisely lets that one just go out of bounds right around midfield.
I'm feeling Connor's going to score one today. Just saying.
Okay.
I've got a feeling.
Is that something that we can, like...
It can happen. It's not going to happen right now. He's going to switch out, but on a fast break or something like that, you'll see. Talented long pole.
I don't know if I'm hearing echoes of Rob Silver. You making some prop bets.
Am I? Yeah, I know a little bit of a homer. I'm not going to lie. A little bit of a homer.
Perfectly all good here at Clocker Lacrosse. Will McDonald with it now, working it down the near sideline to Boomer. Not feeling like the Clockers are getting much in the way of close defensive pressure from the Marauders. Are really being allowed to operate.
Oh, he missed that top. Nice hustle by Brady Ween to get that ball, get there first.
So, and Bryce Pelletier is the one who shot that one wide. I felt like he took kind of an extra step there, Pete. Maybe if he had executed a little sooner, could have gotten that one in.
Yeah.
But he has the ball here, near side, feeding it back up top now to Will McDonald. McDonald directing traffic
He is
now.
directing traffic out there.
Rowan Culverwell, one of the freshmen.
Wow. There you go. Great call.
Oh, big pass by to Boomer, and it's in.
Nick
Pelletier to Nick Boomer.
Great job. Great job. They had a lot of that last year.
Okay, I'm just updating my scoring sheet here. So 3-0 now with 5:19 to go here in the first quarter. So Clockers looking pretty sharp here today, Pete.
They are. And if I recall, a couple seasons ago, I don't know if it was last year. Last year might have been the first time in a while. But maybe 2 years ago, Dedham and some other town, Norwood, I think, actually. I think they called it Deadwood. That was literally what they went by. They did a joint thing because they didn't have enough kids to play.
Wow.
So they split. And then last year they split. So it's good to see they get enough kids to come out and play. Big towns, they should be able to get enough kids.
It's almost like a rugby scrum here. Nobody seems to be able to get a clean pickup of the ball. And finally, the Marauders do. This is number 9, Julian Allison Cardoso. Not going to miss that long stick with that neon green end on it.
Man, he got a deal on that thing. Sorry.
Is that an Amazon Prime special?
It might have been. It's definitely in the clearance section.
Marauders with the ball, a little bit of a sloppy pass, but they regain possession, working it counterclockwise around the net. Heavy pressure here by Fitzsimons.
Yeah, he should be all over these guys. They should be all over these poles. Ben Atherton should be doing the same thing in the second, number 3, who's on the ball right now. But don't let Dedham rest. They got guys. They can put it in the back of the net, too, so they know that. That's why they got to stay aggressive on D.
Absolutely.
And they're just working the ball around, which is normal.
Oh, misfire.
And you hope you have a little turnover like that. Connor usually jumps on that stuff. Here he is. He's going to scare the daylights out of this kid.
Good physical pressure here from Connor Martin.
Yep. There it is.
Dedham escapes. Shot gets blocked aside. It heads out of bounds, and that's going to stay Dedham ball.
Yeah.
3:50 to go here in the first quarter. Clockers up 3-0. Josh Abrams, Pete Clay with you. Live on WACA. Ashland Boys Lacrosse taking on the Dedham Marauders. Clockers come in tonight at 1-3, but up early here, 3-0. Make it 3-1.
3-1.
So it looked like I'm going to give that one to number 11, Tim Holton, the senior midi.
Yep, they lulled him. They lulled him to sleep. That's why you got to get aggressive on the middies. Have to get a little more aggressive and try to force some turnovers here.
Okay, well, we weren't expecting a shutout, but would have liked to see that goose egg hang around a little longer for Dedham, but not the case this afternoon.
That's okay. It's all right. A lot of game left.
It's one to grow on, right, Pete?
That's right. So
okay.
Yep. So it looks like.
This is Griffin taking the face off.
Yeah, Griffin's back out there. Face off. Should win this.
And does. Heavy pressure here.
And he's just got to step in at 30. He did. And Connor Martin's going to switch out. Looks like Will's going to come back in.
That was a very deliberate step over the 30.
Actually, I take that back. It's going to be Colin Turner coming in at attack.
Okay, so there's Brady with the ball. Quick dish over to Brady. Oh, sorry. Lost track of players there. But with Griffin Oliveto now.
Yep.
Feeding back to Boomer. A little give and go. Back up top, center. Turner to Turner. Brady trying to feed a breaking Turner. Shot!
Just wide.
Just wide, but Nick Boomer with the hustle, and Clockers will keep possession here with 2:54 to go and counting in the first quarter. Pelletier centering pass,
goal.
shot, score!
What a great play. What a great quick shot. Quick wrist. Nice job.
Just like the previous goal. That's going to be Nick Boomer from Bryce Pelletier, and it's now 4-1.
We should hear a lot of that today.
Okay, 2:43 to go in the first quarter. Clockers wasting no time regaining that 3-point deficit. Sorry, 3-point lead. Early in the season for us announcers as well. Just be patient with us.
It's all good.
Good to see this freshman Rowan Culverwell on the way.
That is a trip,
getting
but they
some
didn't call it.
minutes.
All right.
Connor Martin with some stick checking.
Oh, there's a nice check. Oh, what'd they call here? Timeout.
Wow.
Marauders called a timeout just in the nick of time because that was a turnover.
Okay, yeah, a well-timed timeout. So again, now clock stops, 2.5 to go in the first quarter. Clockers up 4-1. Scoring so far, Griffin Oliveto with a goal, Nick Boomer with the other 3, Bryce Pelletier with 2 assists. So again, make it 4-1 for the Clockers. And Pete, let's take a quick look around Clocker Sports Nation.
Sure.
Girls lacrosse, their record stands at 2-2. They started 0-2, but back to 500 after wins at Norwood last week and here against Holliston on Monday.
Yeah, they lost a ton of girls last year. 10 seniors last year.
Whoa.
And you've got one playing D1 at UConn. You got one playing at Bentley at D2, and then you got another one playing D3 up north. So
A lot of talent
it's a
exiting
lot of talent.
last season.
Yep. So they're missing it. So it's great. They got a great squad, and those coaches do a great job. So
Awesome. Okay, well, they're playing at Dedham right now as we speak, and then they travel to Mount Greylock on Saturday afternoon.
that's a short jaunt. Just for the record, that's like way out west, isn't it? That's like Pittsfield or something.
I didn't even look. I'm just taking it off Arbiter's website. I have no idea the geography.
That is a hike and a half.
Okay, really quickly, baseball is off to an 0-3 start. Chris Braddock had 2 hits and an RBI in a 9-2 loss to Holliston yesterday. They hope to get off the schneid tomorrow at Grafton. But back to the action at hand, boys lacrosse here. The Clockers hosting the Dedham Marauders up 4-1 late here in the first quarter. Marauders with the ball, heavy pressure.
Yeah, great job by Connor Martin. He's got to get some of Fitzy with the ball. Here we go. He's going for the clear.
Nice clean pickup by Fitzsimons.
Bad clear. Stave it. Oh, nice save, Nicky.
Okay, Boomer with a long pass. He hits Andrew Sachs. Quick shot, knocked aside. Pelletier tries to get a collision with the keeper. And the goalie's going to hold on to it. Still getting.
He's got the biggest stick out there, and he had a tough time picking it up.
And Boomer hit him on the way. It's an open net here. Clockers can't connect. We got a stoppage on the field.
He might have a. Not quite. Well, that's a turnover, so maybe they called a ward or a. Not quite sure what they called, but it's a turnover on Ashland.
Okay, well, minute 52 to go here in the first quarter. Clockers up 4-1. Pelletier with some heavy pressure.
As he should be.
Battling with Michael Doyle of the Marauders. Doyle finally is able to get rid of it.
They're not going to get this over.
Andrew Sachs.
He's out of bounds. Great job. That's a great job by Aaron. Oh, wrong team. by Andrew Sachs. My bad.
Got a quick pass into Nick.
And he broke his stick, so Dad's going to be happy. Mom's going to be happy.
Maybe he can also go shopping in the clearance rack at Amazon Prime. Get a neon green.
Hope he has another shaft in there.
Okay, Will McDonald passing all the way across now to Colin Turner. To Brady on the far wing.
But yeah, no one's sitting at X right now, so they're looking just topside the whole time here.
Okay. Pete, what do you mean by that?
No, they're just keeping the ball up high, so they're not even going to bother, and then they'll go back a little bit, but they're trying to keep the ball up top.
Okay. Under a minute to go now. 4-1 Clockers.
That's a turnover. That was a tough pass. I'm not sure who did that. Maybe it was Will.
Seemed a little forced.
Yep.
Okay, 52.5 seconds to go.
Yep. They have to ride him hard here.
Yep. Dedham's going to try and bring it out from behind their own net. Up ahead to the goalie, Tommy Byrne. Byrne looking for somebody to be open. Bounce pass. Not fielded cleanly, so a little bit of a scramble by the Marauders deep in their own end. He's like sprinting. Gets across the 40, but turns it over. Got a flag down.
I think we have a late slash, potentially. Okay. So it might be a turnover here.
Okay, clock stops with 30.6 seconds to go.
Quite sure who that was on. It was on number 7, Timothy Duane. Got a quick, probably a 30-second or a 1-minute penalty for, it's probably a slash. So we're a man down right now.
Okay. So Marauders try and take advantage of this in the final 25 seconds or so. They're patiently working the ball around the net clockwise this time. On the near wing, back up to the top corner. Looking. Starting to take on the look of a hockey power play, Pete.
A little bit, yeah.
Man down. Marauders continue to...
I think they're just going to hold it.
Yeah. Okay, so there's the buzzer, and the first quarter ends with the Clockers up 4-1. So a nice solid start here.
That's a great first quarter. Great first quarter. A couple of inopportune turnovers, and but everyone's looking pretty good out there. Again, like I said, it looks like they're a little short-staffed on some folks. They're missing one of their starting D, and they're looking like they're missing one of their starting midfielders too. So it's good to see that they're able to keep the ball control up. Some of the young kids are stepping up.
Absolutely, and again, that Pelletier to Boomer connection seems to be really strong right now. Nick Boomer already with a hat trick this afternoon. 3 of the 4 Clocker goals here in the first quarter. I want to take a moment to thank our crew tonight, Jeff Hall, Luis Miranda. They're the ones responsible for bringing you all the audio and video. We're just happy to have headsets and microphones here. Pete and I get to hang out, watch some boys lacrosse, but Jeff and Luis and the whole crew that does these games for WACA, they do a great job. They're here super early.
They do a great job. You should see all the stuff here. It's amazing.
There's a lot to set up here. And through the magic of live streaming, we can bring this to you live and on demand on YouTube. Incidentally, while we're talking about the crew and talking about broadcasters, of course, at least on the broadcaster side, WACA, it's a volunteer organization for the broadcasters, for the announcers. If you have any interest in joining the crew, name your sport. We do it all here at WACA for Ashland High School. So it even went into the obscure sports, Pete, with recent collaboration with HCAM and Hopkinton, with Logan and I and a few others. What
did you do? Ultimate
Rob
Frisbee?
Silver. No, we did dodgeball. We did a charity dodgeball.
Oh, that's great. I
tournament
did hear about that.
at Hopkinton Middle School.
Yeah, you guys did a fantastic job, and
Thank
that
you.
organization, they did an amazing job raising money, and that was awesome.
It was a really good day, a great community event, a lot of great energy, and yes, as you mentioned, raising money for the Michael Lisno Respite Center in Hopkinton.
Yep.
Connor Sales, a Hopkinton firefighter, will be running the Boston Marathon for the Respite Center. And wow, that marathon's coming up real fast.
It is. Glad I'm not running it. I wouldn't be ready. So here we go. And
Okay.
Ashland's still man down, probably for the next, I'm guessing, another 30 seconds or so. They're going to be man down. So Ashland's just going to play a tight block here to kind of keep the ball out.
Okay, so opening minute, second quarter action. Ashland Dedham boys lacrosse. Clockers up 4-1, but shorthanded at the moment. Dedham looking to cash in with the man advantage. Michael Whitcomb had it for a moment. Dishes off to Cameron Turrell. I'm about a pass behind right now, so I'm kind of just let it go.
Yeah, let it go. That's all good. You kidding me? That is a turnover right there. That's what they were looking for.
Absolutely.
Somebody make a mistake, and Liam should be able to clear this ball himself really quickly.
Great defensive play
He's
by
just good.
Adam Warnetsky, by the way, to force that turnover. Clockers might be giving the ball right back, though. Ball's still loose around the 40.
Wasn't a great pass.
Ooh, Pelletier gets rocketed off the ball. Still loose, still getting battled, and now we get the whistle.
I think we're going to get a push on the Marauders. Nope. Got a push on Ashland somehow. Okay. All right. Well, that's what the ref saw from 60 yards away.
Okay, a couple minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Clockers up 4-1. Marauders with the ball.
Yeah, stick with him.
Good pressure by Pelletier.
Oh, he almost got offsides there. He got lucky.
Marauders gather in the offensive zone by their bench.
It's even again now, so
Okay.
they're back to even play.
Ben Atherton forcing a turnover here, trying to pick it up now with the long stick. Ball still loose. Marauders able to grab it for a moment, still loose.
Riley David, a junior,
And now
out there trying to
another
help
whistle.
out. There we go. It's a turnover.
Okay, Clocker ball here.
You got him right in the middle. There you go.
Linehan
Nope.
hits
Yep.
Will McDonald.
Yep. Will with a nice clear. Ooh.
Oh, quick pass through 2 different clockers. Ball at their feet, picked up well.
By Nick Boomer. That was good. Clean that up. He's got to get a toe in. There he goes. Well done.
Okay, so Boomer clears the 30 and then pulls back.
Yep, they're going to set this up while the next Danny Turner comes back in.
Okay, McDonald to Brady. Now down low to Pelletier.
Yeah, they're going to look for another pretty ticky-tack goal here. You'll see.
I think doesn't
There
Bryce.
it is.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
shot long side wide by Boomer.
Hustle by Brady Ween. And he didn't get there fast enough, but that's all right. What a great hustle by number 12.
Yep.
He's getting a lot of playing time today. This is fantastic to see.
Again, the Clockers have only 2 seniors on the roster, 1 not playing today. Several juniors and the rest sophomores and a couple freshmen. Goaltender way out of his own net, and he's getting double teamed. Marauders recover well, and now a long pass ahead.
Yeah,
that's a clean. Oh, not caught cleanly. He had time. He had space.
He's going. He's going.
Look at him hustling down the near sideline, wheeling and dealing, crosses the 30.
Great job. Get in. Got to get in. There he goes. He got in.
Well, I thought Fitzsimons had already cleared the 30. He'd already gotten in.
Well, you got to get inside the blue zone. There's like a black line there.
Okay.
Blue line technically. Inside the 30. So it's all good. They're working it around again.
Sure. Play continues. Looked like Timothy Dwayne went on a strafing run looking for a pass from behind the net, but no connection there. Dwayne with the ball now, feeding Brady on the near wing, back up top. I like that you've got these 3 clockers just almost in a straight line at the 30. Now Dwayne breaks.
Yep. They're trying to run a play here, and it's tough. You get some young kids in there, some that aren't used to running the plays. So they're working on it. Still, believe it or not, it's a little early in the season. They didn't get much practice time in this year.
The weather's been really tough here
Correct.
in April.
Yep.
Yeah, the Clockers' 5th game of the season.
Yep. They're just looking for some cutters. Here we go. Here's Daniel Turner. He should put that in. Oh, what a good save, right?
Right into the midsection
yep.
for the
just a little below the midsection. They should be on this guy because he cannot clear. So
it seems he's been really struggling.
Yep, they should be on these guys. They should not be letting these guys out.
Okay, here's a break for the Marauders. Bringing it over the line. That's number 7, Henry Whitcomb.
Yep, got it in the zone in time.
Okay, Marauders setting things up in the offensive set. Just under 7.5 to go here till halftime. Clockers up 4-1. Potential turnover, but grabbed by the Marauders. They'll continue with possession. It's just some really sloppy passing, Pete.
Yeah, it's you know, it's not that it's a young team. I think they probably picked up some kids who didn't play a lot younger, and that's what happens. It's a hard sport. It's a skill sport.
Okay, Clockers end up with the ball. Long pass ahead, up by the 45. That's Connor Martin with the ball. He loses the handle, and the Marauders had it for a moment. Now they'll battle for it. Marauders, second man in, picks it up clean. That's number 11, Tim Holton. Going right in for the net, blocked aside, loses the ball. Clockers pounce on it and then lose it. As a sigh of frustration escapes Pete Clay.
It's hard. It's hard to watch.
It's a hard game, Pete. It's a hard game.
Interesting. First time in 9 years my kids aren't out there. That's hard, too.
It's been a heck of a run.
It's been a great run.
Okay, 6:18 and counting. Clockers up 4-1. 6:18 to go till halftime, by the way. Marauders settling the pace down a bit, getting a little more deliberate, working the ball around counterclockwise.
Yeah, they got to put more pressure on these attackmen. These guys are not that talented. They got to put more pressure on them.
Let's say they're not as fundamentally sound.
Sure. We'll say that.
Okay, Marauders restart here, still with the ball. Still a very deliberate offensive set.
Yeah, they should be putting more pressure on these guys.
Here he goes on his little run. Shot from the left hand. Wide, long side, out of bounds. Marauders will hold on to it. They were the closest to when it went out of bounds. 5:42 is where the clock is now till halftime.
Yeah, the pace of this game's pretty slow. I'm not going to lie. It's sometimes when they're playing other teams, you see a little bit more quickness. And I think sometimes you play down to your opponent a little bit too. You take your foot off the gas a little bit. So maybe they're taking a break. They're probably tired from the other games this season. So
again, Ashland with a smaller roster than last year.
Yeah.
Lost several seniors.
Yeah, they got a pretty small bench over there. And you throw in the injuries.
Yeah, I was going to mention a couple players are injured, or at least not here today. Mara's still moving that ball around. Defense going to probably need to step it up here, maybe force them into a mistake. They've done it before.
Yeah, we got to keep an eye on Tim Holton. Once he gets the ball, he's going. So number 11 for the Marauders seems to be their guy that's not afraid to go through the middle here.
Clocker defense did a nice job of preventing that shooter from getting into position. Had to alter his shot. That's where I was trying to go. Had to alter his shot. Marauders still have it. Some quick passes, shot.
Nice save by Charlie.
Yep. Linehan comes up big. Clocker's trying to put a body on now. It's Ben Atherton getting physical. But Marauders still have the ball. They've had it for several minutes now. The ball's just sitting in the Clocker defensive end.
They got to get a little more aggressive. The defense has got to get a little more aggressive.
So Clockers have forced a couple of bad passes, a couple of loose balls, but the Marauders been able to pounce on it, hold on to possession, and continue this time in the offensive zone. There's Tim Holton, you mentioned earlier. He's going on his run, forehand shot, score.
Yep.
As he went top corner on
Charlie
Linehan. So.
Yep, he's the one you got to keep an eye on.
Okay, so make it 4-2 now. Let's see, 3:49 left.
Yeah, Connor's going to want that one back.
So, interesting little coincidental stat here, Pete. The Marauders' first goal at 3:36 of the first quarter with 3:36 to go, and the second goal with 3:49 to go.
There you go.
In the second quarter.
Wow. We got Parker Tripp out there, the other freshman.
Okay.
Good to see him out there. Number 32.
Oliveto can't hold on there for the face-off. Marauders grab it, run it right down the field, trying to get a shot off. It's surrounded by Clockers, forces the turnover. Now we get a whistle.
They're going to call a push on White somehow.
Well, they had like 4 players to choose from to call that one.
Or did they call a timeout? It looks like. Well, good for the Marauders.
Yeah, the whistle for a foul and the whistle for a timeout sound very similar.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check back in on Clocker Sports Nation. We talked about girls lacrosse. We talked about baseball. Boys tennis, they are off to an 0-3 start. It's a little bit of a slow start for them. They're playing Sutton at the middle school. They played Sutton at the middle school earlier this afternoon. They head to Grafton tomorrow. Girls tennis 0-4. They host Grafton tomorrow and then travel to Dedham on Monday. Boys and girls track, both 1-0 after wins against Norwood.
Yeah,
Probably the
go.
fastest growing sport in Ashland High School right now.
Hands
the
down.
track team.
Hands down.
So
your son was had quite a play in that buildup of the program. So it's good to see. And I know my boys always had fun doing indoor track. They didn't do outdoor track, but they had fun doing indoor track.
Yeah, no, I mean, they've really built a really nice program there for cross-country, indoor track, outdoor track, and it's reflected, right? It was a very small program when Chase started, when he was a freshman, and it's really grown into something special.
Yeah, good coaching.
So both the boys and girls track teams, their next meet is Tuesday here against Westwood. And finally, girls softball. They are 1-1 after a 20-19 squeaker yesterday at Holliston.
That's a pitching duel.
Yeah, it sure was. Athletic Director Kevin Anderson told me it was the program's first win in about 2 years.
That sounds about right.
Congratulations to the softball team. And
that's phenomenal.
Special mention to
who they beat? Holliston?
They beat Holliston.
Even better.
Even better, Pete. So special mention I want to mention is Ruby Kazadian, who went 3 for 6, 5 RBIs, including 2 doubles and a triple in that 20-19 win. Softball team is hosting Westwood now. They travel to Wayland tomorrow.
Nice. It's good to hear. That is good to hear. I know that that program, girls lacrosse, has gotten very popular, and it is. I know that they had a lot of problems back a few years ago where a lot of girls were going over to lacrosse versus softball. So it's nice to see that they're they've got a core there. They've got program still going. I think it's exciting.
Absolutely. So, yeah, congratulations again to the girls softball team, and hopefully can build on that big win yesterday, and we'll see if we have any spotters at that softball game, at the game right here. You know, they're hosting Westwood as we speak. I'm not sure if that game's still going on, but maybe we get a score on that one before this one ends.
We can check at halftime, see if we can find something.
Okay, 3:20 to go here in the second quarter. Clockers up 4-2. Dedham again with possession here, dominating time of possession and really kind of dictating pace of play, Pete.
They are. Well, like I said, Ashland's got to come out and pressure more and cause a little bit of a turnover here. This is it's even play, but they're playing like they're down. So they got to get out there and take a little bit more aggressive attack here on defense.
I don't know if they're pacing themselves for the second half, but they have not scored. After scoring 4 in the first, they have not scored a goal in the second quarter.
Yep.
Marauders continue to work that ball around, and finally a turnover.
And
Clockers
Daniel,
break out. This is Turner.
he's a fast kid.
Yep. Gets across the 30, and now
Gonna
pulls
set
back.
this up. Yeah, they're going to try to set this up. They got 2.5 left. Kill some clock, try to get a goal here.
Okay, a little give and go with Griffin Oliveto. Dan Turner again with the ball. Working it down the near side around behind Pelletier.
Nice back over to Nick.
I think every clocker on offense has now touched the ball on this possession.
Well, most of the plays do this. So what you do is you run the ball twice, and then and then somebody makes cuts. That's the design. There's number 10. Will went right across the middle. He couldn't get it to him. So they'll work it back probably. Yep, he's back up top. There's a
Quick low shot, eaten up by the goalie there.
They got to get on this goalie because he's having a tough time clearing the ball.
Made a really good save. That was a tough low shot, and he
They got to get on these
fielded
guys.
cleanly.
These should be Ashland ball. That should be an Ashland ball.
Okay, here come the Marauders racing down the field.
Nice pick by Fitzy.
That was a big play.
Daniel's got to get on his wheels again here. Here we go.
Marauders had somebody open right on the doorstep.
Oh, you got him down low. Got him low. There it is. Nice finish.
Pelletier
Nice
sure made that one look easy, didn't he?
Yep, just picked that top corner. That was beautiful. Nice fast break right there. It was a great turnover, forced turnover by Fitzy. And if this was like hockey, he would have gotten an assist on that one, but they don't do that.
Oh, Fizzy didn't get an assist on that?
No.
Okay, so the Clockers' first goal of the second quarter couldn't come at a better time. 1:19 to go. Clockers now up 5-2. As Pelletier now has a goal to go with 2 assists on the afternoon.
Here we go with Griffin with another face-off here. See if he can win this one. That'd be nice. With a minute 19 to go, get possession on this would be great. And he
Can't
didn't.
pick it up.
And the ball's down. There it is. Freshman's trying to pick it up. Number 55, Rowan.
Ooh, he gets
Yep.
leveled.
That's okay.
That's what the pads are for, right?
That's it.
Okay. Clockers get it across the 30. This is
Yep. Nick stepped
Nick
it in. We're
Boomer.
good. So they're going to set this up.
okay. Under a minute to go. 55 seconds and counting. Clockers going to try and cash in one more time before the half. Going to have to get a little bit of more urgency into this. Not fall into the...
no, this time.
Okay.
This time. They just want to get.
They just want to eat some clock?
Yeah, here we go. He should be stepping down right now.
Okay.
Oh, he took his eye off it.
He had Bryce cutting. Ball still loose in the goal mouth.
Nick with the pickup. Here we go. We got 30 seconds left still. Plenty of time, Nick. No need to rush. Brady with a shot. Just missed that corner. What a great take.
Just sailed it
What
just
a
over the crossbar.
Great take by Brady Ween.
Clockers still have it.
Oh, nice play by, there's a goal. Bryce with another goal.
Okay, 2 quick goals by Bryce Pelletier right here at the end of the half. 17 seconds left. So we've just been talking that the Clockers hadn't scored in the second quarter, and now Bryce Pelletier back-to-back with 1:19 to go, and now with 17 seconds to go, Clockers take a commanding 6-2 lead.
Oh, that would have been nice to see Brady score that goal. That would have been his first.
Sure.
As far as I know, that would be his first goal of his high school career.
That's like a lefty fastball shot he had there.
Well, he's a lefty.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can get this. 16 seconds is enough time.
Okay. Played cleanly by
Down to
Griffin
Will.
Oliveto.
Yeah, right.
Give and go,
There's
right
a
down
goal.
the middle.
Oh, and he missed that short side.
Short side wide.
He's gonna want that.
retain.
He's gonna want that one back.
Clockers keep possession. Let's see if they can score really quickly here.
You're stepping back. You can't do it. You got to rip it, Danny.
He ripped it, but
Just wide.
wide, long side, and that will do it here at halftime. Boys lacrosse, Ashland Clockers 6, Dedham Marauders 2. We're going to take a quick break here on WACA. We'll catch you back for second half action. You're watching Ashland Boys Lacrosse on WACA.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Marathon Deli. Marathon Deli offers a full range of lunch and dinner items for dine-in or catering. Fine cold cuts, cheeses, and meats also available, in addition to specialty wraps such as the Mayflower wrap, as well as the Honey Bee wrap. They'll be sure to get your mouth watering. Serving Metro West for over 24 years, give them a call at 508-231-1859 or find them on the web at marathondeli.com.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Townhouse. Pizza, subs, roast beef, and more. Be sure to fill up with the Buffalo Chicken Calzone that's been called one of the best in the area. Located at 300 Elliott Street in Ashland, give them a call at 508-881-3010 or find them on the web at townhousepizzaroastbeef.com.
And welcome back to second half action. Ashland Dedham boys lacrosse here on WACA. I'm Josh Abrams, joined again by Peter Clay, and glad to have you with us on a somewhat brisk spring afternoon. In case you're just joining us, Clocker is enjoying a 6-2 lead as we start the second half. Goal scorers, Griffin Oliveto with 1, Bryce Pelletier with 2, both of those coming late in the second quarter, and a hat trick for Nick Boomer. So that brings you up 6 goals for the Clockers, just 2 for Dedham. Clockers come in tonight at 1-3, but the Marauders 0-3, so good opportunity here for the Clockers to get another win on the board, another step closer to 500. Griffin Oliveto on the faceoff for the Clockers.
Dan Turner picked it up. Got to get it up to his chest.
Nifty move there by 14 Joseph Vaughn.
He is going on a tear.
Yeah, a leaping shot blocked aside by keeper Charlie Linehan. Excuse me, Linehan. Clockers turn the ball over, but right onto the stick of Brady for a moment. It is turned over, and now the Marauders coming across midfield.
Oh, nice stick check. Oh, he was almost offsides, and they didn't call it. That was nice.
He got Pelletier got away with one there. Clockers regain possession.
Get the ball up by your chest.
Out racing a double team, met by a third player, loses possession. Marauders fighting for it. Clockers pick it up. That's Andrew Sachs to Boomer. Boomer will kind of settle things down here a little bit for the Clockers.
Yes, he will.
A little give and go with Pelletier. They've connected on 2 of Boomer's goals tonight. McDonald with the ball now.
Griffin just checked in, and on the far side we have
55, that's the freshman, Rowan Culverwell. Passes behind Boomer, but he was able to hold on.
Switched it.
Thought about the shot, thinks better of it. Pelletier behind the net. Getting some pressure, trying to feed Rowan. Misfire there, but right onto the stick of Oliveto.
That should be an Ashland ball. Yep. Great hustle by Bryce.
Clockers looking to build on this 6-2 lead. Got an opportunity. Pelletier trying to come out from behind the net. Tries to feed Boomer. Knocked aside. Ball is loose behind the net. Pelletier has some good pressure.
And I don't know what they... Oh, just a turnover. All right.
Call
I
that
thought I
one
heard a
against the
whistle first.
Clockers,
I thought I heard an early whistle.
Okay, it's about 2 minutes gone by here in the third quarter. Marauders will start with it behind their net. Goalie has it now.
Someone's getting on this goalie. Someone's getting on that goalie. He doesn't know how to pass.
That was a poor bounce pass. Marauders still trying to control it, and do for a moment. Ball's loose on the far side.
And there's a Marauder ball on the side.
It's going to stay Marauder ball.
And they're going to set this back up here. Number 2 is just muscling his way through.
Loses it for a second, but still has it now. Trying to go on the run. Gets it behind the net. They had 2 men back there for a moment.
Yeah, they're getting aggressive.
Yeah.
Marauders going to get aggressive on these D if they're going to let them sleep on them.
Definitely feels like Marauders having a little bit more urgency, a little more energy here.
It's a great check by Ben.
Atherton, yep.
He's got to pick up this ground ball here. Yep, and he got it. And
Kind
there
of
goes Fitzy. Here comes Fitzy. Passes it up. Here we go. We're trying to do a fast break here. We got Will with the ball. Come to the net. He's right down to.
Brady couldn't handle that pass.
Yep. That was a little low. Oh, nice.
Pelletier
Bryce
scoops
picked it right up.
Pass gets blocked aside. A nice defensive play there. Ball's loose in the goal mouth, and the goalie just falls on it.
Bryce has kind of got a limp going on here. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, that doesn't look good. Ball gets thrown up to midfield. Marauders are able to control. Quickly on the wing.
Yeah, these poles have got to get a little more defensive minded here. Be a little more pressure on these attack.
Marauders had a clear path to the net there. Didn't take it, and now the
be
back
a turnover
pass.
right there.
Yeah.
That's going out of bounds.
It's going to be a turnover.
It's an Ashland ball.
Okay, 8:02 to go in the third quarter. Clockers up 6-2. Josh Abrams, Pete Clay, Ashland, Dedham, boys lacrosse on WACA.
All right, let's see if they can get something going here again.
Dan Turner, looking. Little give and go there with his brother with Colin.
Colin's going to look to go to the net.
Nothing there, so he throws wildly behind the net. Pelletier able to pull that one down. Ball's loose in the goal mouth. Quick shot.
Nice
Turner.
goal. There it is. Colin Turner with a quick
Colin
pickup.
Turner. His first goal of the day. So 7:34 to go in the third quarter.
7-2.
7-2 is correct.
And we got the freshman Rowan in here again
Mm-hmm.
on the short side here with a short defensive midi stick.
Okay, Connor, we've got to switch things up at center. Connor Martin is going to take this face-off for the Clockers. And Andrew Sachs on the far wing.
Yeah, it's always interesting watching a guy with a long pole doing face-offs. Sometimes it works out really well, sometimes it doesn't. It did there, which is great.
Okay, Sachs passing ahead to Brady.
Brady's got to get it down low quick. He's got to get in the zone. There we go.
Pelletier getting a little, for a moment, was getting more pressure, then they backed it off. Feeds it to Boomer on the near wing. Up top to Culverwell. Center to Turner. Thought about firing from the 35.
Way too far out. That would not be a wise shot. That would be one and happy coach if that shot.
Pelletier getting some pressure. Behind the net, looking for an opening, looking for a teammate. Feeds it to Boomer. Going to reset here. Turner to Boomer, going on the run. Pulls it back. Pass back to Turner.
Bring
To
it back
Culverwell.
around. Got to bring it back around the other side. This should be a goal.
And it is. Pelletier to Boomer. You've heard it before. You'll hear it again.
That's a nice finish.
Okay, so quickly now it is 8-2. 6:35 to go in the third quarter. And now Griffin Oliveto back, customary spot to take the face-off for the Clockers. He's got Will McDonald on one wing and Parker Tripp. Again, one of the freshmen on the far wing getting some minutes here.
Yeah, it's good to see. Griffin won that one. Gonna get it.
Tripp goes hustling off.
Yeah, got down to Will. Got to get it in the zone. That's a turnover.
Okay, this Marauders could turn this into something.
Not if Ben has anything to do with it.
Got to go through me, and we've got a
That's right.
flag thrown. What's the
Yeah,
call here?
It's on white. It might be a slash.
Play continues, though.
Yeah, number 7's going to shoot it for sure. That's a nice save by Charlie.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot on that shot. Charlie made the save, and now we get the stoppage.
So I'm not quite sure what it was. It could have been, he might have tapped him in the head or something with his stick by accident, but it's always a good call when they do that. You don't want to get out of hand.
Okay, so now will the Clockers be shorthanded again?
Yeah, they're going to be shorthanded, probably for a minute.
Okay, 6 minutes even to go here in the third quarter. Clockers up 8-2.
So I'm going to go back into the traditional man down box and one. So 4 guys on the corners, 1 in the middle. And it's about prevent.
I'm hearing like a basketball term, a football term, and we're watching
Yeah.
lacrosse. I'm impressed, Pete. That's good stuff.
Oh, lacrosse is a lot like basketball, actually. When it comes to the way that,
Oh!
nice stop. What are they
That's
he's in
gonna get the
crease.
whistle.
Nope, yeah, I was in the crease. So that's
Wow.
That's a Ashland ball.
Clockers look like they may have gotten away with a trip there.
No.
Connor Martin gets stripped of the ball, loses his stick. Ball is loose. Marauders have it. Picked up cleanly. It was a nice play there by the Marauders. It's number 9, Julian Allison Cardoso. And he goes coast to coast for the goal.
Yep, that's what a turnover will do. It's a series of possessions and fast breaks, a lot of these games.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Marauders break their pattern. They had scored at 3:30 with 3:36. I can talk. 3:36 to go in the first quarter, 3:49 to go in the second quarter, but there's still 5:20 to go here in the third. Their first goal of the quarter, still down 8-3. So,
and Josh, that attention to detail doesn't go unnoticed.
Hardest working play-by-play guy in Ashland,
That's
right?
right. Griffin's having a tough day out there today.
Raj tried to force one in right on net. Linehan picked it up. The ball is loose
He's
right
got
in
it.
the crease. And
He's got possession.
Okay, nice job there. Quick outlet. This is ahead to Riley David. This is the first time I've noticed him on the field today. Okay, so there's Oliveto.
Oliveto's going to the hole. Nope. He pulled it back out.
Okay, David across to Turner. Feeding it behind the net now to Pelletier. He's got Boomer. Getting a little pressure there behind the net, trying to come out with it. Little body fake.
Goal.
Comes around and in. Nice play by Braden.
Nice job by Bryce.
By Bryce, excuse me. I'm
That's
thinking of
good.
his brother.
Nope.
No?
Braden Pelletier? It's not his brother.
Oh, okay. So I'm thinking
Same last
Braden
name, though.
Pelletier, same
Yeah,
last name.
same
My
last name.
apologies
Good
to
call.
both Pelletier families.
Yeah, I'm sure they're listening right now.
Okay, so make that the 9th goal for the Clockers. 4:30 to go in the third quarter. So they scored 4 in the first quarter, 2 in the second, 3 so far here in the third quarter.
4.5 left. Yeah, that's a good face-off win. Somebody's got to get open. Give it to him.
Griffin under heavy pressure right now. Finally dishes it off to Boomer.
That was a lot of running.
A lot of work. That was a lot of work.
That was a lot of work to get possession, to get it in the zone.
Okay, Culverwell.
I'd like to see Brady get one here.
Okay, Boomer. First time really I've seen him behind the net like this.
That's pretty normal.
Okay.
Yep.
He's trying to come around. Shot quickly. Short side wide out of bounds, but Pelletier's closest to it, so Clockers will hold on. 3:39 to go here in the third quarter. Clockers up 9-3.
We're trying to set a play up here again. Trying to get it down low. That was a little bit forced through the middle.
I thought maybe Pelletier had that knocked off his stick.
Somebody get the goalie. Pressure.
Almost an unforced error there by the Marauders, but regained possession. Hustling down the far side. Back behind the net where they'll set things up. Looked like a moment there that Atherton was putting a little bit more pressure on than he has for most of the day.
What a pick by Fitz.
Nice play.
Great job. Needs a midi to get some separation here. There we go. Freshman.
Passes a little high, but corralled by Tripp.
There we go.
Culverwell, good
look.
centering pass. Boomer going right on in.
And he got it in.
Got it, okay.
Nice little left-handed shot there.
So I think we're going to give that assist to Culverwell.
Yeah. That's great.
Boomer,
The freshman, that might be his first assist of the year. That's
Okay.
awesome.
So we're going to give Boomer his 5th goal of the afternoon. Make it 10-3 with 2:36 to go here in the third quarter. So the scoring's a little bit unbalanced for the Clockers. Not that we're complaining. 10 goals is 10 goals. Happy to see it.
They've been on the other end of that, Josh. I'll tell you that much. Over the years.
Sure.
So it's good to see them out there working hard.
Okay, next stoppage, I've got a question for you. Something I just noticed away from the ball.
Yep.
Pelletier gets...
There it is. Nice finish by Griffin.
Okay, so Griffin Oliveto, his 2nd goal of the day. Another quick Ashland goal. Just 12 seconds since the last one, so 2:24 to go in the third quarter. So, Pete, what I was noticing on that face-off was on the far wing, number 8, Adam Warnetsky, was on the Marauder side of the field before the face-off. And I'm seeing it right now, actually. Again.
No, he's not offside, so, yeah. So
that's just how they line up.
That's how you line up.
Okay.
Just if you look at our guy, too, it looks like he's offside. So it's just how you line up. And it's usually whatever the guy taking the face-off tells them where to go based on their strengths. There it is. Nice stick check. Another nice stick check. Somebody. I don't know what they're going to call here. Oh, they gave it to the Marauders.
Gave it to the Marauders. Well, you know. They're down 10-3. There's 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Okay, here they come. Marauders on the strafing run, and they beat Linehan short side.
Lulled them in.
Okay, I'm going to say that was Cameron Terrell getting that goal. So.
Yeah, it was number 8.
Yep. Goals aplenty here late in the third quarter. With 1:48 to go. Marauders' second goal of the quarter, 4th goal of the game. They are now down 11-4. Again, with 1:48 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, and Charlie Houston doesn't let those go in that easily. I think he just, that's what happens sometimes when you're up, you're not paying 100% attention.
Lose focus a little bit, sure.
Yep. He's a quality goaltender.
Okay, this is Connor Martin. They couldn't control the faceoff. The Marauders have it. Racing down the near wing. Gonna feed behind the net. Whoa, Linehan started to come out to challenge that, thought better of it.
Yeah, he was trying to come up and pick it off like that.
Fitzsimons breaks up that pass.
That might be a push.
Atherton?
Yeah, they're going to call a push on that. That won't be a penalty. That's just a push. It'll be Marauders ball in the alley.
Okay, clock stops with 1:24 to go in the third quarter. Again, Clockers up 11-4.
There's a pick.
That was.
Oh, Connor, there it is. Oh, you got to get that, baby.
He must have been surprised to see that Marauders just basically passing it to him. Didn't know what to do with it. Coverwell hits the deck.
They didn't call the push.
No whistle there. Marauders have the ball. Play continues. Looking for an opening.
Great D by Ben Atherton. Make this kid think twice about taking a shot. And you notice he's coming out a little harder?
Yep.
That's probably the defensive coach over there told him at halftime, you got to come out in these guys a little quicker.
Yeah. So good pressure by Constantine Shandomba. Marauders continue with the ball. 30 seconds to go now.
That's offside.
Offsides.
Coach should have told him not to get that. Just saying.
Okay, Clocker's trying to put one more in the basket before the end of the quarter. Boomer going right on in, unaccosted.
Nice goal.
Went down in low. It goes. So Boomer with his 6th goal of the afternoon. I believe that's Culverwell again with the assist.
It looks like it was. That's great. Great to see.
So 12th goal of the day for the Clockers. 18 seconds to go in the third quarter. By far their most successful quarter offensively. 6 goals here in the third quarter, Pete.
Yeah, I think the coaching staff had a little conversation with them at halftime. Get a little more aggressive on offense and definitely get a little more aggressive on defense, which is what they've done. And it's a possession thing, right? So, Griffin's winning these faceoffs. That's a big game changer.
So, by the way, breaking news, Pete. I've just been informed the Ashland Middle School baseball team won its first game of the year, 12-6.
Really?
They were on the road in Medfield. So, congratulations to Coach Horton and the
awesome.
Ashland Middle School baseball team.
Oh, I should have given it to Brady.
I'm surprised there wasn't a penalty called on that one. Timothy Duane with a great effort right at the end of the third quarter. But the buzzer sounds. Clockers up 12-4 as we head to the final quarter.
Now that was good to see. They upped their game a little bit there in the third quarter here, second half, and yeah, it's good to see them get a little more aggressive out there.
Okay, well, before we head into the final quarter, I want to just mention the annual Clocker Club Golf Tournament takes place on Thursday, September 5th. You got plenty of time to sign up for this one. It's at Shining Rock Golf Club in Northbridge. Great event, beautiful course. It's $175 per player and $700 for a foursome. Sponsorship's also available. Go to clockerclub.org/golf to register today. And of course, if you'd like to get involved with the Clocker Club, they meet the first Wednesday of every month in the high school cafeteria. To learn more, visit clockerclub.org or email clockers@clockerclub.org.
A lot of clocks in there.
A lot of clockers.
No, it's a good organization. They've done a lot of great things, and it's always nice to see that they're carrying on that tradition of the golf tournament. That's a big fundraiser for them every year to help them provide some of the things that the teams and the budgets can't really afford. So it's always a good thing to see.
Right, absolutely. And again, I mean, they've kind of reorganized a little bit, not doing quite as many of fundraising events as they used to. The pancake breakfast, unfortunately, has fallen by the wayside. It was always something I enjoyed.
That was always a great take, yeah.
But also a lot of work to pull that one off.
It is a lot of work. I do remember trying to get that thing going, and it was a lot.
And, of course, certainly there are just so many pancake breakfasts across the Ashland community. It was fine for one to go by the wayside. And, again, as you mentioned, that golf tournament, it's a wonderful fundraiser, and it's a great day out on the links.
That's good. I'll try to hit that up this year. We'll see. September
5th.
I got some time to think about it.
You do have some time.
That's funny. They moved it to the fall. It used to be in the spring.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there was a conflict with the Ashland football golf tournament or.
Well, I think that's I think it's a good move. I know that in the past they had always talked about flip-flopping it anyway, so it's good to see. That just means they had to run. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, we're down to our final 12 minutes of today's Ashland Dedham boys lacrosse game. Clockers seemingly in cruise control here, up 12-4. Griffin Oliveto with the ball, brings it across midfield.
And they got the possession in.
Okay, not seeing a lot of changes on this in this lineup so far, but Pelletier again behind the net. Boomer on the far side.
Yeah, they're gonna probably just keep trying to work the ball. As long as they can keep possession.
Yeah, gotta hold on to it.
Gotta hold on to it.
So a little bit of an unforced error there by the Clockers, and ball is still loose at the feet. Battle continues, pushed ahead and picked up cleanly by the Marauders. Heading down the far side. Now working it behind the net. You got to think if you're the Marauders, Pete, I mean, again, they're down 8 goals.
Yep.
11 minutes to go in the game. Need to see a little bit more urgency here, more attempts, and sure enough,
there it is.
They connect.
That was number 8 again.
Yep, Cameron Terrell.
Junior attackman.
So their 5th goal of the day, 10:54 to go in the 4th. So make it 12-5.
Yeah, it's interesting, watching the Ashland team, how they, they've got some young people at midfield. They graduated basically 4 starter midfielders last year.
Wow.
And one attack. They didn't lose any D. That's why their defense is actually doing really, really well this year. They were able to gel last year, even with the injury that they have right now with one of their starters. So it's good to see. But you can definitely feel the difference at the midfield where they're having a tough time getting the ball down into the zone, but they're working hard, so it's good to see.
Okay, Boomer with the ball now, up top, works away back to Oliveto, quickly over to McDonald. Brady has it now. He'll work it straight back to Brady, to that again to Bryce Pelletier.
Yep.
Okay.
And they got a little more seasoned crew out here right now. That's why you're seeing a little bit crisper passes going around.
Absolutely, and they tried to connect Brady. Brady tried to connect there with
Griffin coming across.
Griffin, yep. Pelletier rushes forward, dishes to Nick.
Nick was looking for a crease there to go in. Oh. No, he was not going to shoot. He was just faking.
I was buying.
And there's a pass break. Oh, nice.
Beautiful move.
Oh,
So that's Brady with another assist.
Great job, Brady. Nice finish, Daniel Turner.
Okay. So you said Daniel Turner has that goal. Okay, his first of the day. Make it lucky 13 for the Clockers with 9:44 to go in the fourth.
A couple more goals. I think if they go up by 10, they do a running clock. So we'll see if that happens.
Okay. And how many goals do they need to score before a local Ashland business is giving out free fries? That's what I want to know.
That I couldn't tell you. Could not tell you.
If you're interested in being that business, contact me at josh@wacatv.com. 9.5 to go. Marauders with the ball, but down on the board, 13-5. Oh, close to an offsides there.
Yeah, the ball came to a stop. Just short.
Here comes number 8 again. He's got 2 goals so far today.
11. There we go. Get a little physical with this guy. There it is. A little more physical.
They've done a nice job of keeping him at bay. That's Tim Holt, number 11. That's the player you said we had to watch, Pete. And Clockers did a nice job of really shutting him down since the first quarter. Momentary turnover there, but the Marauders hold on, trying to reset on the far wing.
There it is. Nice stick check by number 17. Who is that? That is
That's Andrew Sachs.
Andrew
Another
Sachs.
nice defensive play.
Yep.
But
Good. Didn't force turnover, but it did break up the play, which is always nice.
Yeah,
They should be out on number 10.
always happy to see a disruption there by
There
the
it
defense.
is. Get on number 10. Stay on him.
That's a long way to run.
It's a long way.
Nobody in front, and Lenahan pounces on it. Nobody but a Clocker in front, I should say. Lenahan with a soft pass over to Atherton. Atherton gets his pass blocked aside, but regains control.
Somebody to get open. Get it over. Give it to him. There we go. Now get it in.
Okay, Sachs with the ball now. Up ahead to Oliveto. Back to Sachs. Okay, so they've established position, so they can go into their 4 corners. I honestly, Pete, I just remember that at one point they were shorthanded. I honestly lost track of that. Didn't cost them, that's for sure.
It didn't cost them. So they're just trying to set up some plays here. That's really what they're doing. When you're up big, this is what you try to do. And there's a nice finish by Griffin.
Okay, so
Griffin did a lot of that last year. I think he might have had 15, 18, he might have had 20 goals last year. So it's good to see him do those finish. He's really good at that stuff, coming across the crease like that.
Okay, well, he's up to a hat trick himself now. 3 goals on the day, 14-5 for the Clockers. Exactly 7 minutes to go in this one.
Looks like we're going to have Connor Martin taking the face-off again.
Okay, I want to mention it before this face-off, just looking ahead here a little bit, the Ashland boys lacrosse team visits AMSA, the Advanced Math and Science Academy, on Saturday morning at 11, while Dedham heads to Bellingham on Monday.
Well, there you go. That'll be a good matchup. That's always a good take against AMSA.
Okay, what's the call here?
It was a false start.
Okay. Dan Turner getting a little pressure, able to feed it to Brady. Brady with some room to maneuver.
Brady's looking to feed somebody. What a great look. What a pass.
Okay, so I've got Brady with his 3rd assist of the day, and goal goes to number 23, Colin Turner.
That was great. What a great look.
Okay, 6:31 to go, so just 29 seconds between goals there, Pete. Clockers now up 15-5 with 6:31 to go.
And I guess it's not the 10-goal lead where they do the run clock. My bad.
so Connor Martin on the faceoff. The wings, they were Riley David and Will McDonald. Clockers with it. Up ahead to Brady.
Step it in, Brady. There you go.
Oh, tried to center a pass there to Connor Martin. Too hot to handle. Marauders on it. Able to pick it up. Try to bring it upfield now. Pass ahead too far. Fitzsimon's had it for a moment. Yep. Finally, it lands in the stick of Riley David.
And nice pass. Down to Will. Oh, here we go. Brady's got to rip this. Rip it! Yes! There it is. Brady Ween with the goal.
Great job. Beautifully set up there. Did you catch who made that pass, Pete?
That was... Not sure.
Yeah, I'd love to give credit to the for the person who made
I
that
think
great
it was
pass.
Will. I think it was number 10.
Okay.
It was Will McDonald.
Okay, we can do that. Okay, so congratulations to Brady on the goal. Brings the Clocker count up to 16 now, 16-5 with 5:46 to go. So Griffin Oliveto on the faceoff. Paired up with Will McDonald here on the near side and Parker Tripp on the far side. So Coach Graham able to go deep into his bench now.
Absolutely.
Give some of these younger players some playing time. Misfire there, but Brady had it. Bryce. I'll just stick with Pelletier. Why don't I just do that? Yeah. Unable to corral it. Finally, the Clockers do end up with it. Nick Boomer kind of protecting the ball a little bit there. Passing to Dan Turner.
Over to Will McDonald.
Dan always looks like he's got his eyes looking way downfield, like he's going to make either some hard shot or some long pass.
He's been doing that since he was in 3rd grade, probably.
Pelletier to Boomer.
Yeah, they're going to probably work the ball as much as they can here, guys.
Sure. Timothy Dwayne with it now, center. Over to Turner. Beating Brady. He'll give and go. Clock down to 4:35 and counting.
Nice save by the goalie, number 1.
Yeah, McDonald had some momentum on that one.
He did. He went low, too. He's got a little bit more bounce.
Didn't meet a lot of opposition on his way to the net. Great step up there by Konstantin Shandomba.
Well done on that name.
I
would just say Constantine because that's first of all, it's an awesome name, but it is tough to get off the tongue sometimes.
Absolutely. And so my apologies to his family if I mispronounced that last name, but we're doing the best we can and just trying to get all the names we can into the broadcast. High save there by Linehan.
Ooh, what is it? I don't know where that pass was to, but this should be Boomer's ball.
He's going to fight for it. A little bit of a scrum there.
A little bit of hockey players out there, you can see.
Yeah.
Bryce picked it up and settled it down.
Nice clean pick up there by Pelletier. Oliveto with the ball now. We're ticking down to 3:40 and counting till we can put this one in the books. Clockers up 16-5 with the ball. Dictating pace of play right now. Dwayne tries to go on a run. He gets stopped, loses the ball, somehow picks it back up. Couldn't get it clean, though. Clocker's trying to get to it.
That was a great man ball right there by Griffin. I know you don't know exactly what that was, but that means he took the man and somebody else picked up the ball. It's not done enough.
I can't wait to go back and listen to the on-demand. I can understand what you just explained. Long shot and in.
By Griffin.
Griffin Oliveto make it 4 goals for him.
That's a nice take. That's a long shot, but that's a good take.
Okay, so 17th goal of the game for the Clockers. It looks like we are now into running time. The goal came with 2:51 to go. Clock is running as we wait for the face-off here.
And we'll see who's going to take this face-off. Oh, it looks like Will McDonald's going to take it.
Okay, and Culverwell late to hit spot here here is on the in a forward spot.
Yeah, and then we got Parker Tripp, the freshman LSM, in there.
So 2 freshmen on the on opposite wings there as forwards. Fighting for it here, right around midfield. Marauders come away clean with it.
You hitting your stick?
I was just, I was just noticing it
I don't know where that
myself.
green stick went.
Okay, under 2 minutes to go in the game. Marauders with the ball, but they are on the wrong side of a 17-5 game right now. Marauders were trying to slow things down while they got Cameron Turrell onto the field. Now going to pick up the pace a little bit. Pass back to Turrell. Minute and a half to go. Clockers up 17-5. Marauders shoot wide long side, but they will regain possession behind the net. And apparently the clock stops for that.
Nope, clock just went out.
Oh no!
So hopefully the refs have it. Hopefully the refs have it on the field.
Okay, ball's loose in the Clocker defensive end. Marauders are able to pick it up clean.
And we're going to just guess there's probably about a minute left in this game right now.
That sounds about right. I'm watching one at the back. Ref is like keeping an eye on his watch.
Oh, when it came back on. And it's on time. I just had a little glitch there.
Okay, so we are now under a minute to go. Clockers up 17-5. Marauders trying to make a run as Tim Holton loses his balance. Clockers pick it up. That's Fitzsimons forcing it ahead now. We got a whistle behind the play.
I think we got a slash or a timeout.
Who would be calling timeout now?
Oh, they
with
just
40
called the game.
seconds to go.
I don't know. They just called it somehow.
That's a final.
That is a final.
Okay, so Clockers with an impressive 17-5 win over the Dedham Marauders. The Clockers improved to 2-3, just a step away now from a 500 record, while the Marauders fall to 0-4.
And that was great to see Brady Ween get that goal. And I think he had 3 assists, too.
That's what I've got. Yeah, goal and 3 assists. So a quick scoring recap. Griffin Oliveto with 4. Brady Ween with 1. Nick Boomer with 6. Colin Turner with 2. Dan Turner with 1. And Bryce Pelletier with a hat trick. 3 goals for him.
Good stuff.
So great afternoon here at Ashland High School.
I almost forgot where you were there for a second.
I was trying to come up with like the name, what we call the
plateau.
Thank
There
you.
it is.
Struggling a little. It's been a while since I've been up here.
Up on the plateau.
Again, our thanks to tonight's crew, Jeff Hall, Luis Miranda. My thanks to Pete Clay for joining me here on the broadcast. Always helping us out. Certainly knows a lot more about lacrosse than I do. So appreciate the insights. And again, the boys lacrosse team will go visit AMSA this Saturday morning at 11 a.m. So
it's going to be wet. But they do have turf over there, so maybe they can play indoors. We'll see.
Why not? Why not? So again, for Pete Clay, everybody here at WACA, I'm Josh Abrams saying thanks for watching and go Clockers.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Marathon Deli. Marathon Deli offers a full range of lunch and dinner items for dining or catering. Fine cold cuts, cheeses, and meats also available, in addition to specialty wraps such as the Mayflower wrap as well as the Honey Bee wrap. They'll be sure to get your mouth watering. Serving Metro West for over 24 years, give them a call at 508-231-1859 or find them on the web at marathondeli.com.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Townhouse. Pizza, subs, roast beef, and more. Be sure to fill up with the Buffalo Chicken Calzone that's been called one of the best in the area. Located at 300 Elliott Street in Ashland, give them a call at 508-881-3010 or find them on the web at townhousepizzaroastbeef.com.